Mm. That's a very good too. Yes. The microphone, where it's needed. Put on some slippers so I don't get some cold feet. It just feels like such a grandpa thing. It's me fine. Mine are getting worn the fuck out. At what point is there more hole than slipper? Right now. Oh, wait, right. I need to go get the red wine, the monastery. I need to overhear while being over there. Trying not to care. Yeah, I'm good with rhymes. You have to rush to the bathhouse. Don't I, though? This man's face. A hound skull.
The city reserves are in urgent need of new weapons. Unverzüglich. Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and on top of that, the army was requisitioning from it. Should the town reserve have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain?
What are you getting at, Eldris?
I'm saying that the bandits who freed Hinnick, the Dry Devil, used that thing.
What's that one?
That Hackenbücher.
Come now, waiter. I wanted red.
Can you believe it?
Sir?
Where did they get them?
You're the one who should know where
Thank
they
you.
come
Red is red, right?
since you're a gunsmith.
What are you implying, Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herrgott. It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison. And Herr König surely knows this too.
You might be fucking around, but I actually like it. Tavern music in a lot of songs is just so fucking good. Like, you can probably go on YouTube and just look up tavern music, and you'll find bangers like immediately. God. I think there's a channel called like Beetle the Bard or something like that, where he just takes like modern songs and uses old school instruments, and some of them fucking bop. Also, hello to you too, by the way.
Is it, Eldris? You
I'd like
smell
some
a
monastery
deal?
wine.
What
Refill
I
my
smell
cup,
is
boy.
that your stubborn heads do not realize what Schwierigkeiten this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are
that's not a good
Raubringer
idea, sir.
everywhere
This
in
is
the region.
unbelievable.
We have the army bearing down, and you want to defend yourselves
Sorry,
with a
Terrence.
few rusty halberds.
And again, wait, shit. I'm tempted to get him drunk. If you could play it all day, why wouldn't you? I'm very knowledgeable in this field. Yes, I am, in fact, a medieval bard. You have a testimony? Ah, good luck. Good thing you're wasting your time here instead of preparing. Procrastination. Ooh, are you feeling the burn? Ooh. You gotta regret it. Ooh.
You want to fight? Exactly.
This is how you end up with no viewers. By the way, what? What? I make no promises. I have no idea what the fuck happens on Friday. Oh, you don't guilt me? What? Why not? I'm not guilting you. I'm preparing you for the future, where you have to guilt yourself, otherwise you won't have a job.
The merciful King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
The König and his army will not be here forever.
I apologize, sir.
Shut up!
Which
The
one?
king can arrive at any moment. What if he
Oh,
heard?
right, okay. I can fucking hear him.
We're sitting atop the biggest silver heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
Sir,
You're right,
Sir?
Andres. But where can we get the coin for better equipment?
We can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies. Nicht wahr?
okay, this is actually fucking like I can't have this situation and also stream at the same time. I just realized what a shit show this is. Because I have to pay attention to the conversation that's going on while people are also yelling which wine they want at me, and then I'm also trying to read chat. That's too many conversation. I'm a study, not that I need it, cause me smart, but just cause no later than Saturday, okay? What are you even studying?
We are more than...
Also, I hope you're not becoming a doctor, because if this is your attitude... oh.
familiar with the Yemenite state of our armory. And the king is surely aware of it as well.
Would you have yourself as a doctor? I need to stop pressing escape and pay attention.
If he waived some of the taxes,
The king fears that this town will rise against him.
As they should.
Take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
Yes,
We
wait
can
for the
always
wait,
ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter.
Damn it. I was told how I needed to behave at this event earlier by an NPC, a literal one. But I want to break the rules because I think it'd be funny. Like, they told me to, like, get out of the way. So instead, I want to, like, stand in the middle of the floor, and then I'm gonna get this dude drunk who apparently is a belligerent.
Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public
Oh,
baths.
not that again.
Pour me some monastery wine.
This guy again.
Isn't it the
I'd like to oblige, but I'm not allowed.
This is
So
unbelievable.
the cleanliness of the
What is
city
a lie?
is not what it should be.
You there?
The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all
everything
the
all right?
citizens' needs.
No,
You're right.
there's nothing you can do about it.
have the new
Come closer.
Okay, I'm here. What?
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
Oh god, this fucking animation mod. Jesus.
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
And what else would you want?
I have to serve wine.
Where can I find this goblet?
Use your eyes and come right back with it, understood?
I'm supposed to serve wine.
More baths? Surely not.
The need for cleanliness and citizens' health should not be
I can't save. Fuck.
underestimated.
Nor overestimated. If someone needs to wash, there's a river
Nice.
just a few steps from
Whose
the city
silver
wall.
might this be?
Certainly. And they can get leeches there for free as well.
Anything
And
else
while
here?
he's there, a man can shave and take a, you know,
They probably sent me here
So
because
what? Going
Oh,
to the
fuck off,
bath is
jump.
neither a civic duty nor a right.
Have you forgotten the Black Death? A great many people
Maybe I have.
died needlessly.
Are you questioning God's plan? The Black Death had nothing
Probably
to
no
do
one
with
could
the
see me.
baths. Unless the Lord wishes to punish the wickedness that's going on in there.
Keeping the city clean is important. But we don't have money to spare. Arguing about who is going to wash where and how
I'm
is a
seeing
waste
gloves.
of time.
Oh, whoops.
It's only a waste of time because we're always arguing about the same thing.
Not at all. If you finally admit that it's a...
So, did you find it?
Yes, very quick.
I did, Master Bailiff. Here it is.
Not so
God fucking. Oh, it's been so long.
loud. Show it here. That's it. And now go back to your job.
Nonsense. Next, you'll want me to serve wine to everyone for
Instead, I don't. This is the problem with there being too long between play sessions.
free, too.
Why not? In Jerome Nas's earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree.
Oh, whoops.
The king heard us.
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel
Another
will
deed?
never accept that the city isn't run his way, at least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know, Gunslin absolutely hates him.
He can hate all he
Waiter,
wants, as
pour
long
me
as he
red
does no
wine.
damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Me? Well, I'm not
is
sure
it?
what you're implying.
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Well, thank the Lord.
Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's
I need to
settled.
reload and see what happens if
My
I.
ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard?
And a full cup.
Besides, if his men attacked yours, as I've
that's
heard,
the white.
then we have a good reason to punish him.
What happened there?
I
Leave
apologise,
nothing
sir.
out.
I don't
Which
like
one?
Rutard.
Are you
True. In
colorblind?
this case, it really
White,
was
sir.
nothing.
Everyone in the city gossiped about it.
Oh,
I
sorry.
heard there were several dead.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and soon.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God knows what he wants to tell us.
If nothing happened, there's no point
there,
in dwelling
lad.
on it.
A cup
Let's
of bread.
move on.
I'm sorry,
skim on
Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I have the feeling you're not telling us the whole truth already?
Sir?
Are you accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened?
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I have...
Something I was supposed to do.
a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts.
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. I could understand it with mercenaries, students, and other scum of all kinds, but city councillors?
Be specific, Forsooker. Are you blaming one of us?
Boy, I'd like some
Look who
white.
spoke first.
First of all, it wasn't a duel. It was supposed to be an
Sir?
honorable combat. And I didn't even take part in it.
And that's
Everybody
the
takes
only
one.
reason you're still here on the council and not in the pillory.
If you want to blame somebody, you should point the finger at the youngster here who's...
Excuse me.
Never mind.
I suspect the gentleman from the city's sword-fighting school brought this custom
waiter.
to us. It's now run by
Refill,
the
sir.
German
Do you think I come to the
Menhard.
council just to
Who knows
guzzle
who that
wine?
fellow
Come
is?
here.
Don't be...
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now, but if you disappear for a little while...
So, you will just leave it be?
Okay.
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
You were also wings.
You can rest assured the whole town is already laughing at us all day long.
How many fingers have wings? What do you mean?
My words exactly. The town council is squabbling constantly at
You
the
know
Emperor
what he's
Charles,
saying.
and no one is left unscathed.
And you, a councillor, let people throw dirt on our work?
If I threw out everyone who complains over a beer, I'd
Not
soon
at
be
all.
out of customers.
This is where you Google shit online. The power of the internet. Oh, figures. I heard fingers. Fucking hell, 24 wind fingers. Okay.
Ah,
So, let's see what you've got for me.
why waste our time?
I found your gloves, sir.
Really? Let's see them. And did you count those winged figures?
Yes.
I counted 24, sir.
And you counted correct. Good. Here you are, so you can have a bit of fun in the evening too, eh?
There's the eternal dispute over the cathedrals. The building of the church is dragging on, and in the meantime, they are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a
You there,
monastery,
lad.
and they are going to
A
make
cup
a
of
royal
red.
mining
Apologise,
city.
sir.
Why can't we build faster? Hire more
Monastery
craftsmen
red.
with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on? Are the experts from far off supposed to work
sir.
the city under siege?
Besides, I get the
You,
feeling there's
lad.
something other than the
look
welfare of the
familiar
city
to
behind
me.
your complaints.
Have we met?
Oh, you do?
Well,
Do
naturally.
you?
I go
And
to your
what
tavern
would
almost
that be?
every day.
Like,
Really?
for instance, that
Then you
you'd
must
like
have
to
decent
your
wages to be able to visit the
So
best
what if
tavern
I
in
would?
town regularly.
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the side nave is mine.
When hell freezes over, my friend, your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith dares to insult me? Ha! I think not.
Excuse me? You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you? I
Hey, boy,
acquired my
a
seat
full
from
cup
the
of
services
monastery wine.
our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well, I hope you're not supplying equipment to the army. If that's all they have, they would be defeated by that bunch
It's
of
you?
Wells from the
I
house
see
on
you've come
Opik.
up in the world.
What?
From a
Ne'er-do
bathhouse
wells.
boy to a
Those
waiter.
wrestlers of theirs,
You'll
of
go a
course.
long way.
People from the whole town
Might
go to
make
watch them
councillor
war.
one day.
Oh, this is news to
You're a merry soul,
Because it
lad.
has all
I like
been
that.
sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
They're on the table. Why is Sigismund still not here?
I'm telling you, something is being planned. Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Ruthard.
Personal Tücek Össe, Elegiop Tetonaikat, ich Gelkinek Udra.
Margaret's a little too close for comfort. Should notice him. Wine. course. You sure you want the white? The red's very fine today. Oh, fucking...
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this plan of falls!
Man. Oh, what? What's happening?
Come now, Father. Put a little life into your dying. See more cheerful priests at funerals.
I'd rather be at one than here. I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say your father should be proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject.
That's French. What's it like to be free? What?
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malaysia?
Oh, him.
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. How does it feel to breathe free air again?
What can I say? You can never truly appreciate freedom until someone locks you up for a while.
Or until you become a priest.
No fear of that in my case. I intend to enjoy life to the full. Wine, women, and song.
What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older and wiser. And Dollar.
You son of a bitch.
Me. I'd rather creep off into some corner with a full wineskin. But I suppose I'll have to introduce myself to the rest of the guests, eh?
Indeed you should. After all, you are one of the lords of Rabosh.
Oh, don't start with that. I'd like to steer clear of the old man as long as I can.
In that case, you should sound out Radzig and Hanush and find out what they're actually planning.
Sounds like a great idea. Okay, getting saved. Am I actually gonna do a second playthrough? It just seems like it would be funny to just fuck up everything at the what do you call it? The whining and dining. I don't know what to call it. Wait a second, I know him. I'm not even allowed to talk to you. I gotta. No, this is stealing, huh? Oh no. Oh no, I'm fat now. I know you.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all? Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Looking for friends, trying to negotiate.
Are you looking for friends among us?
Let us say rather that we have chosen a side. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I am a priest.
Henry's done a few things I'd like to give him a slap or two for. But like they say, to wear is human.
Wait, you too?
For a young stripling,
Man, it's
he's
like
been
every
through
fucking
plenty.
website has the best viewers.
It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Hope still drink.
Good health.
L'chaim.
Why do I need to meet him?
God bless. Greetings to you.
I'm glad you finally accepted my invitation.
Who the fuck can I even talk to?
It's not that I didn't want to, but understand.
Oh, those are in.
From the city council had serious consequences.
Oh, smelly. Aha!
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin. A friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
But you just showed up and... Oh my god. I mean...
You're quite mistaken, Monsieur Baron. I have.
Ah, je suis désolé. This Bohemia is a strange land. I have seen farmhands, children, and even women fighting. But the clergy? Sainte Mère, do tell me about it. No doubt you fought on the side of truth and honor.
How much should I elaborate?
My last big battle was in Kosovo.
I've heard of this battle. Many great men fell there.
Aye. And it was there I decided it was nothing for me. So I settled down in a presbytery in Ujits.
Then, what are you doing here at a meeting of opponents of the crown?
Ah, the Lord moves in mysterious ways.
So he does.
You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais. Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
Very personally.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
So he has gotten around.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my name. Here in Bohemia, I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but surely.
That's it. Good enough. This is too many people. We're back. Gonna find a little exploring. Excusez-moi.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Recording of Proud of MP3. .web.exe.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Got to see he's things with themselves.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Was that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Oh, anything better to do anyway?
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
Sigismund would be scared. You'd hope.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Interesting way of thinking. No. Makes sense. I don't know what the interesting part actually implies. Why are you doing all this?
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
Aha.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of yours.
Yes. I don't have Henry. I don't have diplomacy. What?
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Bocek of Kultstad. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg.
Ooh.
So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a...
A male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Oh, darn.
I'll get on it.
Bring that part up.
Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans.
Looks way too happy when he's reaching for a drink. All of them. Don't we all? Since he is reaching for a drink, so will I. And saved. Right? Goddamn right. The save contains the mods. I don't know why, but I really like that description. Man, I remember actually enjoying Fallout 4, and then the mods just made the entire thing so unstable. Could only play for like 30 seconds before it started crashing. Which were the most reliable ways of keeping the stability? And again, reliability and stability are sort of redundant. Ja, du bist här lite. There she is. Hey, how are you guys doing now?
Everything all right? You look a bit out of sorts.
I can't wait for it to end so we can get out of here.
I reckon you'd have to be pretty brave to come and mingle with the Kuttenberg lords.
Or pretty pissed off.
Or that.
We will leave as soon as we can. Anyway, all of these worthy gentlemen will be relieved when we are out of sight.
Oh.
Would you tell me something about your community? I haven't found out much so far.
What can I tell you? It was never exactly glorious. And now especially, everyone is quaking that what is still left to us will be taken away.
Surely it won't be that bad.
There are many fools who would rather take out their gall on us and start to fight among themselves. In times of uncertainty, it is always the sons of Israel who are the first to be stricken.
Well, thanks for that uplifting note. Can I just fuck off and leave? What's this? Wait, does he have his own reputation? It looks like it. Man, he is... Why is he fucking hated here? Can I quickly? Yes, I can. Can I rub? No, I can't.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although,
well
between
divined.
the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind it?
I know most of the people here very well. Many of them certainly have doubts about the Margrave's plans, but they wouldn't dream of stating them aloud. While it seems that Lord Liechtenstein, on the contrary, sees his opportunity.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Told you that? Well, apparently she took me asking questions personally. So.
Then you were in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Haman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Oh, goddamn. Should I be exclaiming anything?
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
The less I know, the better, I'm assuming, but I'm still curious.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Haman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorim's groom has eyes everywhere.
Odorim? I thought he was on my side. Okay, did the game save? Nope, but I can. Speak slightly louder.
Big enough for that bastard Ishtar to raise a small army. He caused us a shitload of trouble. I heard about that Hungarian Cossack.
You need to look this guy up. Why devil IMDb? Ooh. Yep, he was in adolescence. I fucking knew it.
Even though Jobst is right, I'm in favor of decisive action. We can no longer afford to wait.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Like I'm bored, so I can't leave unattended for a few days without him damn near getting executed.
How's going? It wasn't his fault. And you said you did it.
But for the last time, those shenanigans of his have got to stop. But he doesn't act like it, damn it. What? Find him away.
I like him.
Interesting idea, don't you think, Emma? Maybe he really needs a firm woman.
Don't you start too. Am I supposed to find him a bride? On top of it?
Yes, that's what they're saying. Stop letting it turn towards me, Jesus. Oh, should I?
May I have a word with you, sir?
You? Anytime. With you, at least, there's some sensible conversation. Unlike this pack of conceited upstarts.
Have you got something against the Kuttenberg nobles?
Their forefathers lived up to their ears in dung. But thanks to the royal mines, they were born with silver spoons up their asses. And they think that can turn their blood blue.
But surely they're not all like that. And they are our allies.
Allies or not, someone ought to show them their place.
Goddamn nobles.
What do you think about Jobst?
Are you testing me? Job's called this assembly and he wants things to turn out well. We have to trust him.
To turn out well for whose benefit, though? Some are up to their elbows in silver and blood, so others can live in freedom.
Better make sure you're among the latter, then. And in the meanwhile, help the former to keep their losses to a minimum.
Young Lord Capon is finally free again. Let's hope he'll take better care of himself now.
He got a harsh lesson, but at least he might remember to lay off that tomfoolery of his for a while. But if not, war will make a man of him soon enough.
Do you think there's really going to be a war? I mean a proper one, not just sitting around and talking about it.
I sincerely hope so. Whoever sits around risks nothing. It's time to get off our asses and take action.
You like risk, huh? Fucking gambling man.
Godwin, you wouldn't be avoiding me. We didn't have much time for conversation on the way here. Let's rectify that.
With pleasure, sir. As it happens, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Yes, sir.
What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future, as long as we proceed without prior agreement.
I didn't realize she's fucking de-feathering a raptor.
And mutual support, we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
I couldn't help but notice your son has a bit of a talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that more than a little. Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble, God knows where they'd be now.
Wise words. Still, Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be glad, even though Henry chose a different path than he.
May God grant him eternal rest. Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too old to miss out on such an event.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with child. No one even imagined Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't matter who kneaded the dough, as long as there's a pie in the oven.
Ventriloquism now?
Well, it could be a miracle. Praise the Lord!
Wow. What's this thing then? Where's this horse?
What brings you here?
Indeed.
Greetings. What do you need?
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horses are fed and watered. I'm not idle.
God forbid. But standing around here must be a pain in the arse, no? You might get thirsty.
Not really. What of it?
No fucking way.
Shall we roll some dice? I'm sure you can take a little breather, eh?
Well, all right. But just for a little while. I'll wait at the table over there.
Yeah? At the table over there? That table?
Hey, you! What are you doing here? No one's allowed in here.
I'm waiting here for you.
Oh, how's that?
I've been watching you for a while, and I have a feeling you do well to talk a little. In conspectu Dei.
Who in God's name are you?
In God's name indeed. I'm a priest, and I know a wretched sinner when I see one.
Is it that obvious? Christ above.
Don't blaspheme. It'll help you more to confess.
And in the morning, when I met him, I swore I never laid eyes on his daughter. Even though my back was scratched raw from our roll in the hay.
That's a mortal sin. Lying with a woman that you're not joined with in holy matrimony. And then lying about it too. That's already 2 commandments broken for the price of 1.
I'll go to hell for that, won't I?
You won't. As long as you repent. Be contrite, fast and pray. 10 Our Fathers. Ego te absolvo.
I'll start right away. Thank you, Father. Hey,
how much time do you list?
Didn't you want a game of dice? I've been waiting for you.
Somehow I'm no longer in the mood for it.
That makes 2 of us.
Oh, there's something I needed here. Ah, here we go. And I wasn't supposed to get caught.
He looks more like a wet hen to me.
And she conceived of the Holy Spirit.
Higher.
And Mary said, Behold, I am the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me.
He's actually doing it, sucker.
Be careful with those groschen, my friend.
What is this about? As it happens,
God damn, it's too bright in
We're
here.
all out of wood. How about I stop by your place?
Aye, that's why I'm telling you.
They're without
Telling the game in real life.
We're trying to forge an alliance against our common enemy.
They're trying to do one thing and one thing only. Line their pockets.
They remember well how the burghers in Moravia fared in the last war.
They were on the wrong side. And wasn't it the lords of Kunstadt who got the most out of it?
You said it yourself. It was war back then. Now we're allies.
Allies? Aren't you more concerned about keeping the spoils of war Sobotchek?
I beg your pardon?
Another war wouldn't suit you so well, would it?
Because of the likes of you and Hennick the Dry Devil.
Now you can't stand the sight of us. But we were good enough to do the dirty work for you.
Didn't you get paid? The rest of it isn't my problem, sister.
I didn't come here to argue with another Kunstadt. Dry Devil's enough.
You two sound like an old married couple. You argue all the time, but you couldn't live without each other. And he hasn't even greeted his own cousin yet. Tell me, what did Hennick ever do for his house?
He certainly doesn't sully its name by conspiring with the merchants. A knight ought to fight out of conviction, not for profit.
He who has nothing can lose nothing. Eh, Lord Trotsnov?
Just you wait. The likes of Rutard and Alder will certainly find some use for your silver.
Did they just pull them out of the pocket? I think I just want to deliver the letter immediately.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
My lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
Well, of course.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Sir, I don't believe I've had the honor.
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Wächter. And you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the King decided to replace me.
Are you going to support the Margrave's proposal?
I haven't quite
That'd be fun
decided
having
yet. It's true that displeasure
change of
against
path
the
on the
king
throne.
is noticeably growing in Kuttenberg. But if our rebellion were to come face to face with Sigismund's army, I'd be risking my future, if not my life.
Do you think you might get your position as Mintmaster back again?
I doubt it. Half the town hates Vavak, but no one would even think of saying a word against him. And he knows that his security stands and falls with his function, so he clings to it tooth and nail.
We've got quite a bit in common, wouldn't you say?
More than you think. If my memory doesn't deceive me, you serve as a parish priest. So I recollect, at least, from my recent discussions with Martin.
Served. That's in the past.
Even so. Before King Wenceslas appointed me his mintmaster, I was a priest. I was even being groomed to become a bishop.
And now look at us. We have cast off our robes and merrily hatched plots against Sigismund.
There's no point in waiting for divine intervention. On the contrary, the current state of affairs demands quite a secular approach.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Mein Gott, wo liegt das Problem?
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek. And he's a great lord.
That's hard to believe.
Look out.
He was talking about sorry nags.
What nags? These are the best.
Certainly. Have no fear.
Are you interested in talking to?
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I'll just
I
invite
wanted
myself.
to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
What? Brother? What am I? Navigate him?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopry to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Really?
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man.
Is it?
Stay back. Enough. That will do. My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. And the sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And still no luck.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days? He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Talk to him before this?
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Really? I cannot consider that having a support.
God be with you, friend.
And run her again.
Next time, I'll
Maybe I'll piss him off a little more. Oh, we can talk to Jobs. Hey, remember me, asshole?
I able to stop myself.
Your Grace, may I disturb you for a moment?
Certainly.
Godwin, I came with the lords from Rattay.
Ah, now I remember. Forgive me, there are many guests and I only have one head.
Lord Liechtenstein asked me for help. in our collective interest. But if you'll allow me, sir, I'd like to ask you a few questions, so I'm clear about what I can do to help.
Indeed. And what would you like to know?
Your
There's a lot of
plan,
questions.
if I may be so bold, has a few gaping holes. Sigismund may attack anywhere and any time, and we have no way to defend ourselves. You want to wait? Fine. But you should at least give some assurance to the lords that they'll live to see it through.
You amuse me, Godwin. A parish priest teaching the Margrave of Moravia about politics. I know you mean well, but try to look at it with cold reasoning.
I'd reason better with an army at my back.
Do you realize how much such an army costs? The gentlemen here have trouble agreeing about much lesser sums.
And if a way could be found, and the means...
Before that happens, Sigismund will take his shoes off and head off to Rome barefoot.
I have to see my
Do you
reputation's
still
going up.
think the lords will agree at the end of the day? I'm beginning to lose hope.
That's the way of politics. Some are persuaded by silver, some by a well-chosen word. Others are convinced by tempting promises.
And if none of that does the trick?
Such cases usually end in quarrels between former allies, while the enemy is laughing up his sleeve.
John of Liechtenstein is acting in your interest, isn't he?
That was the original agreement. And on the outside, it still looks that way, I trust.
Mm-hmm.
But it was you who sent him to Kuttenberg, wasn't it?
True. But I certainly never told him to hole up in the Jewish quarter and pursue his own private plans there. And by doing so, he put both himself and our common interests in jeopardy.
I understood that he was on our side.
Yes, he is. Only he is slowly starting to act more and more on his own initiative.
Although, that doesn't have to be a bad thing, does it?
He still lacks the experience to be capable of evaluating some situations. But he is persuasive and easily wins people to his side. Unfortunately.
I wasn't expecting to meet the rabbi of Kuttenberg here.
Really? Half of Kuttenberg has accumulated debts with usurers that they cannot repay, or even do not intend to. The rabbi knows his people are under threat, and that Sigismund will not protect them if something should befall, similar to what happened in Prague.
So they naturally took a stance against Sigismund.
What's more, if Wenceslas regains the throne, they can expect him to reward them.
On whose side do the wealthy burghers stand?
From the entire elite of Kuttenberg. Only Kunzelin Rutard and Haman Alder have come here. Not that I'm surprised. The king keeps a close eye on them through the city council, seeking the slightest pretext to confiscate their wealth.
But if Rutard and Alder can be persuaded...
We don't need to convince Rutard. And Martin is already working on Alder. But he might be pushing a little hard.
Okay, since I only lost reputation, might as well load and move on. There's nothing
How
more
are
to
you
say.
getting on so far?
Aside from the happy family reunion, everything is going according to plan. Thanks for asking.
I'd almost forgotten about that little detail. But fortunately, it wasn't too much of a fuss.
Run to who?
Father is getting old. There were times when he could keep yelling at me half the day.
Keep it up. We've still got a lot of work to do. Just don't overdo it with the wine. No one takes a walking wineskin seriously.
Well, they should.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
I can piss off the guards.
They're without honor.
We're trying to forge...
You seem a bit out of sorts. Anything wrong?
Oh, these grand aristocratic assemblies are nothing for me. I'd be happier if they just told me in the morning how it all went and what my boys have to do next.
But then you'd miss all the grub and the booze, and the gossip.
Oh, have you heard anything interesting here?
It seems Liechtenstein's looking for allies. For his own ends.
And how's he gonna do it? Didn't you see them all fighting tooth and nail here just a while ago?
Well, different approaches work with different people.
The only approach that'll work with Sigismund is open resistance. Maybe on the field of battle?
Let's hope young Lord Capon manages to stay free for a while longer.
Absolutely stress that one.
Ever since leaving Rattay, he's gone from one pile of trouble to another.
Who hasn't?
That's one thing you can always count on him for. I'll gladly wager with you he'll end up in some other shit by evening.
God forbid. Henry's not here now to pull him out of it.
In that case, it'll be up to you. I'm sure you wouldn't leave him to disgrace himself in front of Hanush.
A lot of people think the wealthy burghers will stick with Sigismund, whether out of fear or convenience.
Well, that's to be expected. As long as Sigismund has the city council under his thumb, no one will rock the boat.
Well, at least there's a few individuals here, like Ruthard.
Sigismund confiscated his castle and half his estates. That'd be enough to make a man mad. Not to mention that his son was killed in the siege of the city.
Oh! I wish I could keep track of the names. I think I met the guy.
Bojack, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Jobst comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
Yes. On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
Favorite game? That's a little much. But, it's been a while since I've played a game like this, and I think that's adding a lot to my experience. Like, I've only really been playing, for lack of a better term, gameplay-focused games. So shit like Elden Ring or roguelikes, anything that basically doesn't have a story. So it's been a while since I've had this much fucking dialogue thrown at me. But I don't know. I think the dialogue is also just more charming than some other games, even if the acting isn't exactly Oscar winning. Other people will provide money too. How can I convince you? Aren't we on the same side? Ah, shit. Fuck, I should have remembered what he said about him. God damn it.
Don't worry, it's not just your money I want to draw on. Believe it or not, we've gained other patrons for our cause too.
Really? Name at least one of those lunatics then.
Anna of Volstein, for instance.
There you go.
Truly? Well, let's see about it then.
I wouldn't mention the word lunatic.
All right, let's discuss it candidly. I have a lot of property,
Such a flattering
lots
description.
of subjects to look after, and along with that,
I think the servant girl behind me is phasing in and out of reality. I'm great. I've worked out, got most of the shit done that I need. I'm just sitting down enjoying the game, and an hour from now, probably. Nah, 2. I'm gonna do some more work on something else.
Lord bless me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you...
Oh, it's Zizka. What the fuck is he? Well, he's having a great time. Apparently standing there half asleep.
Be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom
This is dude who doesn't take any chances.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
Yes, Lord Capon. I was just downstairs talking to them about it. Like, this game is pretty detailed, so maybe.
How about young Lord Capon?
No way he
He's
said
a
that.
youngster still.
True. I mean, the game is doing most of the heavy lifting so far. He's young but inexperienced. Yitka wouldn't marry an old man. You're right, he's not a good choice. Oh, wait, shit, I think I met Yitka before. There's too many characters in this goddamn game. Also, the game is too realistic. There are characters with the same first name, and it makes it, like, impossible for me to keep track. There's one name that's shown up 3 separate times. And then I'm just like, wait, is this the same dude? It isn't. But the game is like giving no indication of that, so I just ended up being confused. I don't know what the game wants from me here. He's young but not inexperienced.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome.
I'm from all over the world. Mostly Norway.
Women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh? On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Sorry to support your plan. I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. Should I?
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide.
True.
If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Whoa, my guy, are you done? He's been pushing me the entire conversation. Jesus. And then he just sits down again. You got off your chair, pushed me, and just to sit back down. I swear to God, the AI in this game is fucking excellent. I think like 3 streams ago, I had like the most amazing dialogue. In the middle of the conversation, 2 separate NPCs showed, hey, you and me, you remember this. 2 separate NPCs showed up and just started beating on the guy I was talking to for like 5 minutes. And then when the cutscene was over, the dude who had taken that ass beating just killed them. That shit is so... I love random shit like that in this game. There's so much shit just happening in the background. And then you got this music as I'm describing it. You should have had this music as he fucking turned around and started kicking their ass. Fucking fantastic. It's so goofy. Also, by the way, Yumiya, you gotta look forward to this. I now have a new main character who's an actual priest, and the animation is even worse on him. You thought Henry was nightmare material? Get ready for this shit. Let me just find somebody to... Oh, get the hell out of my way. Also, dude, look at this. Look at the lighting. Look at the color bleeding. This is fucking subsurface scary shit. So good.
Take a look at that. A nightingale.
Yeah.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Lord Capon is going to get married.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some impoverished noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal.
Dude, he looks so good. Why are you complaining? Because his eyelids are like halfway down his face. What do you mean? He's a normal...
I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Bocek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yidka.
Bocek of Kunstadt? The Bocek of Kunstadt?
Wait.
Godwin, you conniving old bastard.
Yeah, you like it?
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be
What about
paid
a
for a
Bishop
wedding.
Morty?
Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Apparently, I pulled a pro gamer move without realizing it.
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parlaying skills.
I only lost half my reputation in the process. I don't understand. It's so... Okay, hitting him with a classic. Fucking viola? Really? Anyway. It's like, whenever I play Henry, his fucking charisma is so off the charts. Like, the reputation just keeps going up no matter which dialogue option I click. When I play this poor drunken old man, the reputation only goes down or stays the same. I don't know why. Fucking poor Godwin. Anyone else I should and could talk to? This game is so sexist, you can't talk to women. Okay, time to do... Oh, Jesus Christ, that went right up his ass. There's something more you want to say? Anyone? Hey, Rabbi! No? Wait, should I or shouldn't I tell him? I've saved, I'm gonna save again, and I'm gonna tell him.
I've got some good news and some bad news for you.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole damned place.
The good news is
there's
you're married to one of them.
standing there with two young girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen. So at least tell me the good news.
Never mind.
You're going to get married.
Good one. Is she at least pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen her.
You're really a barrel of laughs, Godwin. Wait till Hanush hears this. Now.
He already knows.
Enough nonsense. Let's have a drink to your health and my freedom.
Of course he can't make eye contact. He can't open his eyes. How would he make eye contact? keep getting drunker.
To your health.
Also, this fucking dick and balls dagger is one of my favorite things. I don't know why they made these, but they're there. And they're very noticeable. The fucking unbridled joy in this face. Fucking off the charts. To your health. Oh, fucking hell. I'm so happy for you, Hans. I'm gonna go now. And that's it. That's the end of it. He gained reputation from that. Wow. Wait, I thought it was supposed to... Wait, huh?
Well...
Sir Bocek, your niece Yivka...
Do you ever study? No, I work. Why would I study? I'm 300 years old.
Can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
It'd be pretty good to say, to your health, then break the wine bottle and stab him with it. It's just, what? Look at this face! I can't imagine you're the type ever making an effort. Ah, thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
I keep having to drink. Also, every time Godwin is faced with a drink, he keeps returning to neutral. It's like, yes, I will drink.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yidka and the unhappy Lord Capel.
Here's to a good bargain.
Yes. What did he suddenly plop down? Physics applied. Okay, now I can talk to Liechtenstein.
I'm still hoping it works.
Nobody got anything more they want to say?
Probably not the best idea to gather all the lords under one roof.
Of course it was.
At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margrave. But if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet. Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to whisper the right words into the right ears.
Is that me you're talking about?
You managed to convince someone. Someone influential.
Not at all. I managed nothing.
Me,
But I have found someone who could pull a thorn out of our side and get some influential people to join our cause.
And who is this secret envoy of yours?
Oh, you'd never guess.
I'm still hoping it works.
Comedic timing. And who is this secret envoy of yours? Both of them snap over and looking at me. Who could it be? And I pretend like nothing and return to the conversation.
We walk out of here with a clear plan. But maybe you were right. It was probably...
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Yes, of course. Or do you just do everything last minute? I was a terrible student and good student at the same time. I didn't have time management skills. Nobody taught me that, which is some of the dumbest shit I can believe that schools don't do. Because as soon as you're at university, you get fucked if you don't have that. And again, nobody teaches it to you. So yeah, barrel scrape by. I do tend to do things last minute. Like, school is also weird because of how different it is to work. like when you're at work, you just like have one routine that you focus on, and you can just focus on that and keep improving it. When you're at school, it's like, okay, we're now gonna have a project and then a test, and then we're going to read through 30 different chapters and 30 different books, and we're going to tell you to just memorize shit at random and also be incredibly unspecific about what we actually want from you on the test. Like, if the thing I was doing wasn't a science related thing, like chemistry, physics, math, or anything like that, I basically hated it because it was so fucking vague. Like, okay, for this test, you're going to write some poetry. I write the poetry. Okay, but you didn't do it right. It's like, I did exactly what you told me to. Yeah, but I didn't like it though. It was like, well, what the fuck do you... Okay, I'm out of here. Fucking peace. Which is really weird because I actually enjoy writing. Just not for teachers, because fuck them. Studying too early lets you forget everything, so you gotta start last minute. That is not true. So, how people learn best is that you have a mock test early on, and then you just see everything people get wrong, and then people just try to correct what they got wrong. And that's like all you do until you have the next test. But like the point of a test is to see where the misunderstandings are. But so many people hate tests because it affects their grades. And think that the tests are there like just to annoy them. And I had the same reservations about it, because it felt like, how to put this? It felt like I only got one chance. Then I realized like what I did wrong on the test, and then I never got to take the test again. So then what the fuck was the point? It's like you have to get it right the first time, or you're just fucked. I find the entire school system incredibly weird and confusing, especially when there's actual research and documented data as to how people learn most effectively, and it just doesn't get used at school. If I had good teachers? Nah. But it was really funny. I just told you about how I disliked a lot of the non-scientific subjects at school because they were too vague, so it felt like the teacher could just give me an arbitrary grade and there was fuck all I could do about it. There was one teacher at school which for some reason had a bad reputation, where they're just like, yeah, I don't like her, she big bad, she big mean. And I was just like, okay, I didn't really have her in a lot of classes, but never had a problem with her. And for like the final exam, she was the only one who just like gave us basically a checklist, like, okay, here's the things you need to do in order to get the perfect grade. And I did all of them, except I fucked up like one thing, which was defining something ahead of time. But when I was asked the question, like, okay, can you define this term? I defined it, so it was like, okay, I should be good. But the person who was in charge of the exam decided that I shouldn't get a perfect grade because of that, even though I knew the answer. I didn't prefix it ahead of time, which I was told to. So technically, the fuck up was mine. The teacher did nothing wrong. So I liked her because she told me exactly what I needed to do. But also I was really fucking annoyed with the examiner for being so goddamn strict about it, where, okay, I clearly know everything I needed to, but it wasn't structured. Like, I fucked up one element in like an hour-long presentation. Are you fucking kidding me? Really annoying. I defended it? What the fuck are you spelling? Yeah, I liked her. I wish more teachers could be that explicit about what you need for the grades. Like, I don't understand people who like the other subjects at school. Because when the teachers don't tell you what you need to do, everything's just random and shot in the dark. I hate that feeling. Like, if you don't know what to aim for, what the fuck are you doing? So teachers are going to give you something to aim for, where it's concrete and specific, and I can basically measure it, then that's good. Like, for example, if they say, okay, you need to write 10 pages, then, okay, I write 10 pages. And then they give you, like, a fucking C-, and you're like, okay, well, what did I do wrong? It's just like, I wrote the 10 pages just like you told me. Yeah, but it wasn't good. Okay, but I didn't know what good is. Fuck these subjects. But I think the worst part is when I have one teacher telling me one thing, and then I have a person grading it who has a completely different opinion. So I'm trying to please the wrong person, and then it affects my grades. Again. The fucking school system just frustrates me. Like the ones who tell you how many words each essay needs to be. Yeah, but usually that isn't the most important part. But like everything else isn't measurable. I still remember having a test where there was one question which nobody got a perfect score on because the question was retarded. The question was, where was somebody born? Like some writer. And everybody answered that part, but everybody just got 1 out of 3 points because she wanted you to write like when it was and like the people that he knew or some shit. Just a bunch of additional information that they didn't bother asking. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Of course nobody can answer the question fully because you didn't ask the question fully. Jesus Christ! And my future is supposed to suffer for this. It makes no goddamn sense. So yeah, I really like education. I'm never gonna get through this dialogue at this point. We're talking about America, Austria? I'm not talking about any place. I was talking in general. But it's not about knowing everything. It's about ask the fucking question for the answers you want. You can't just ask somebody like, hey, I want the sandwich, and then give you a sandwich. And it's like, yeah, but I didn't want this on it. Like, order the fucking thing that you want. What the fuck are you expecting? It's insane. It's Germany. Yeah, sure, Germany. Okay,
like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstadt...
Oh, wait, I thought I... What do you mean I bring nothing from the House of Odorin? Oh, no, it was the other guy who was supposed to be persuading. Never mind. Talk Irish. Yo, potato!
will support our cause.
Both of them.
This wee lad.
Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you...
These NPCs manage to interject themselves into so goddamn many cutscenes, it's impressive.
Excuse me, my lords?
Really? I'm just leaving the conversation for a drink? Go on.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed.
Have they?
And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord, but we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. Yeah. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that...
Why does he have straight up a king's crown? This is... Like, not even the king has this shit. This is the sort of stuff I expect to find... Like, at the Tower of London. It looks plastic. It kind of does. But that's because of shoddy hammership, okay? What are you, like, are you expecting metal to be perfectly straight back in these days? Do you think they had factories? Do you think they had, like, high-pressure pistons to hold things in place?
Has now changed.
Like, this too looks plastic if you're being that, fucking critical about it. He's not a toy soldier. He's a real one. By the way, here comes the Jews. I still don't know their role in this.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians. Our community...
They had no problem making bows. Yeah, bows aren't straight! What do you mean? Bows and seal? You're trying to spell shit.
Yet not only ours. They'll give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
This dude talks like
My niece, Yitzka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
No. He went from one prison to another.
Lords Kunstadt.
Arrays are so irregular, and a crown is symmetrical. How hard can it be, noobs? Weren't you a bulksmith? No, I wasn't a bulksmith. I was a whitesmith, remember? Oops.
Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords.
Hanush is this dude in the background. The dude behind all these letters. Can I see him? Hans, the man in yellow who looked depressed when he was told, "You're getting married!" Oh no! Actions are more powerful than words. Why are you hitting me with these fucking platitudes? What's that got to do with anything? You're right, actions are more powerful than words. So stop talking. Do something. Yeah, but where's the bride? She's not here. Hey, pay attention, I just arranged it. Yitka, that one dude's niece is marrying him. Because he said words are more than swords. Oh, okay. I have trouble paying attention considering how much you spam.
And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Wow. Okay, but is he depressed now if she's not even here? Yeah, he's depressed because he wants to go boozing and whoring. Like, unironically. He's a debaucherer. Oh, by the way, that's him over there in yellow. Staring out the window, considering to jump. What's on their heads? Towels. Are they also hijabis? I don't know where the distinctions lie. Aren't they called habits? Like what the nuns wear? I know the noble women wore some shit like that, but I don't know what the fuck the difference is. I think some of them are called veils, but I thought the veils were supposed to go over the faces. I don't know. Look it up. What am I? A medieval scholar? I might be old, but I'm not from the medieval ages. He looks tempted to jump. Yeah, probably. He just looks at that horse and like, man, I could ride off on that thing. Get the hell out of here. Bye, Hanush. The real reason Hans looks so depressed is because he really wants to. Jenny's dictionary should be a thing. It would be empty. Use words. I've been communicating with you telepathically this whole time. Henry, you look so good. He's just bald now. He's just fucking bald.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately.
Stay.
And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed.
Who's the ginger with an even plastic around? That's Sigismund. He's sort of the bad guy in this setting. Well, nobody likes him at least. But, you know, I try not to judge.
As an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers.
Oh, so I don't think that's called a crown. I think it's called a circlet. A crown is hat.
What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration?
Actually, that's probably not right. I think a circlet only stops halfway around the head. I'm a fucking idiot. Listen, I just pretend to know things, which is why you can't listen to me. He hasn't done anything wrong. Well, he hired an army who he decided to not properly control that has then gone around raping and pillaging and stealing from local towns. And instead of telling them, no, those people innocent, he just hasn't shown up until now. So he's sort of like a bad parent. You know, he's absent. He's not really there to raise his army.
The rebellious miners and the dismal yields. And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter. From right under your noses.
Whoa. It's always the Jews with these guys. So you should write a dictionary because all the words would be wrongly divided in a funny way. You still try to judge. Yeah, but listen. I don't know if you have read up on the history of most royalty, but it's a fucking shit show. Monarchy doesn't work. Like, 80% of the people are fucking incompetent. Then you have one dude who becomes king, like, not through lineage, but through, I don't know, proper achievements. But then he has kids, and then they take the throne. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So it's fucking one incompetent person after another. Like, are you like your father? Are you a blacksmith? No, exactly.
Why haven't you done anything?
Stop slapping the table. It hasn't done anything to you.
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same.
Yeah, we'll advise these nuts. So you mean he's okay since everybody else is just as terrible? I'm saying you gotta be specific about what you're accusing him of. Are you accusing him of fucking 1,000 wrongs don't make one right? Yeah, you keep spelling wrong. You want to be executed for it? if people people can be guilty of incompetence or they can be guilty of maliciousness, and those are not the same thing. Like crashing into somebody because you had an aneurysm while you were driving doesn't make you responsible for what happened after the aneurysm kicks in. If you drink before getting in the car, then you know the risks. You shouldn't be doing that. And now you're responsible for whatever the fuck happens next. He deserves a public humiliation. Just the one. A public humiliation. I deserve a cool execution at least. Okay, here's what we do. In the middle of the town square, we get a giant propeller that spins around at 10,000 RPM, and then we have you dive into it head first, and you just get, like, all of you just get fucking sent around the town square ever. Just like a fucking blood spray, fucking red mist everywhere. Okay, good? And then when people ask what you did wrong, we tell them she didn't know how to spell on Twitch. That'll teach them. Nobody will ever misspell again. Are you responsible when drunk? Well, I mean, I don't know how much I have to drink before. Like, have I ever been blackout drunk? No. I don't think I've ever done anything bad while drunk. It's funny. Like, it seems to go in the opposite direction where my friends that I talked about this. When I'm sober, I'm just like hyperactive. When I'm drunk, I'm just like, yes, let us discuss politics. I can't do anything too excessive right now, so just sit down and discuss the politicos. Do you really know the risks of driving when you're all messed up? You're not supposed to know the risks. You're supposed to know the risks before you drink and before you get in the car. If you combine those two decisions, you have a wrong, not a right. I'd want onions to be chopped nearby, though. Oh, so people would cry here. Well, well, we can put that in the blender too. We just chop the onions onto the propeller as you go down with it, and turn you into a fucking chili. Oh. A very finely dispersed chili.
Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
Oh, you need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Oh, by the way, speaking of jumping onto a propeller, have you seen the... what do you even call them? The Spider-Man movie re-renders, where somebody has taken Spider-Man, created a 3D model, and they redo the scene. Well, several scenes. There's one that's really fucking funny where Spider-Man is supposed to jump over a helicopter in a very cool way, and instead he goes right into it and just turns into Swiss cheese. It's fucking fantastic. I'll make sure to you ruin your reputation while dying then. Yeah? You think you can... You think you can act faster than a fucking propeller going around at 10,000 rounds per minute? Rounds, rotations, whatever. I warn you, some of that gets pretty gory. Like... There's also the ridiculous one where Spider-Man tries to stop a train, so he shoots web to either side as he's like placed in front of him, and in the re-render, they just tear his arms off. And blood goes everywhere. It's so unnecessarily violent. I mean, the movies weren't that good to begin with. But... Have you seen the MC movie? Minecraft? Main character? Marvel Cinema? No, I'm assuming you mean Minecraft have not. Yes to all of those? Okay, well, no. Is it any... I don't care, I'm not gonna watch it. Bye!
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
Oh, fucking
So
Eric.
you see? All you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How...
Sir, we can't pay them proper wages. Like... They'll start expecting more from us. Like decent treatment and respect. We can't have that. Sir.
Dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
heal him.
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Well, you're no longer a free mining town.
I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed.
Oh, my God's back.
Don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes. Sire. As you wish.
I keep forgetting the fucking mods, in fact. Oh.
Sire.
Sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire.
Rather what?
Harsh. Rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
Does he want?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year.
So they did.
We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling, Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You know what, I wouldn't mind if he did get arrested.
Will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of
more
that
red,
boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
I poison the wine.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret.
I could end everything right here.
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily.
Wait, what's up with
Rabosch will be
Odorin?
yours.
He didn't seem that important.
Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No.
Okay.
We shall have white. We have had enough of it.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too.
Oh no, the
I
fucking
have some
finger of God.
suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
I didn't bless his battle to come. What if that's what makes the difference?
Margaret Yobson. Didn't he say that Lord Whomstever was going with them?
No, so what? We left a long time ago. Must be maiden in her pew. Parish priest has quite a view. Sweating at the altar. Nearly drops his soul too. Hallelujah.
I would just call you Rabble.
Hallelujah, Domine.
Okay, I talk.
How'd you like a wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine.
Raised?
How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
You're so cool. So you don't like our wines? A connoisseur like you knows what's good.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels? Ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence.
Consequence? Why do I keep losing reputation? It drives me nuts. I don't... It's annoying the fuck out of me.
Look. How'd you like her wine?
The art of recipe. I might even the king.
So you're not too keen on our stuff?
Comment dire? Let us say you still have much work ahead. If you try hard, you may have some decent wine to celebrate the second coming of Christ.
Don't you understand?
I call him a true connoisseur. He's like, yeah, fuck you. Ask him if he doesn't like it. He's like, okay.
How'd you like
the art recipe? I even the king.
No one's forcing you to drink it. At least there'll be more left for us uncultured plebs.
Indeed. I would hate to deprive you. En tout cas, judging by how you speak to me, you certainly do not hold back.
Rich bride, fat dowry is going to take the
so he
fun
doesn't
out of
like
his
the girls I got
side,
there.
right? Must be maiden in her pew. Parish priest has quite a view. Sweating at the altar. Nearly drops his soul too.
That's me.
Hallelujah.
You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with
face.
you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe once. The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with
Oh,
you.
no.
Only there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
How could this be?
I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, You can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends.
It's especially spooky on this guy because of all the wrinkles. All the vertexes get especially craggy.
Left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
Drink cheap dregs? Okay, I need to look up what the hell dregs even means. I thought that was supposed to refer to people. The remnant of a liquid left in a container together with any sediment. The most worthless parts or parts of something. The dregs of society. Okay. Aha.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't
Of course, you're
doubt
not
it. Get sniffing quick.
Okay, time to check his drinking skill. 24. I think it's his highest. It is.
Lister was brown-eyed, though.
Well, I'm here. I'm talking about fucking singers, man, you twat.
Somebody behind us. Hello? Hey, I see you. You can't escape me. Can I bring up the torch? I can. Okay, good.
Let's drink to that.
Half of us only came here
I
for the
don't even know
feast
who the fuck's
anyway.
around here anymore because my vision's so blurry.
So far, I couldn't resist you either.
Did you just...
Sausages were up.
Never mind.
I will just call you.
Do you get it, Father?
Please, call me Rabbi, Lord Capon.
Rabbi.
Oh, whatever. Fuck it.
And you should not curse either.
See, you talk exactly the same as our holier-than-thous.
What is bothering you, young man? You should rejoice that you are to be married.
But I didn't ask for a wife. I wanted to prove that I was worthy of the name of my house. Earn a reputation.
Excuse me?
Travel the world. And maybe later, one day...
Then you might be dead, sir. Think about the future. You need an heir.
But they could have at least asked me. What if she's some ugly monster?
She isn't.
Then she will be a rich monster. And God willing, the children will take after you.
Anyway, I need more wine to wash down my pain. Will you drink with me?
I shall not, son. Intemperance is against God's commandments.
Ha! Told you. You're the same as our priests. But, to your credit, you actually practice what you preach.
Ooh. Good, I can save now. Get me out of here.
Excellent. Excellent.
You show me the wine.
Sorry, have you got some time to spare?
From cleaning up this pigsty? Anytime.
I'm going to rescue. I don't think I can pass that check. I just saved up
I've come to rescue you from work and responsibilities.
Really? Why don't you save that sweet talk and tell me what you want?
Well, it occurred to me we could maybe spend a little time together.
Of course. What else? Do you play dice?
You mean strip dice?
You strip if you like. Either way, you'll end up bare-arsed and with an empty purse.
All
sure.
right. Let's have a game.
I've heard about you, but you can't beat me.
You've heard of it? I can't even see the dice. I was supposed to win. Oh, never mind. I'm too good.
Why would he do that? If he was so craven as to run away from the first army that crossed his path, he would never have made it all the way here.
What? You serious? What the fuck?
I need help with something. Do you know where I might be able to find the wine pitchers? I mean the ones with the really good wine that the Lord saves for his nearest and dearest.
And you're one of those?
Son? I'm just supposed to bring it. Both of those are true.
I should say so. I'm his son.
And I'm the king's daughter. Anyway, I don't know nothing about no wine. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sweeping the floor, and I'm about to mop up vomit. Try asking my mom. She's the cook here.
I hate praying as the priest. No matter what the fuck I pick, it just says reputation lost. For fuck's sake. I never get to have fun. Well, not as this dude. Poor Godwin. Doesn't have Henry's godly charisma.
The day scrubbing that floor.
Sorry.
From...
I need help with something. I mean the ones with...
And you're one.
It's not for me. I'm just supposed to bring the wine to one of the distinguished guests.
I see. And if it evaporates on the way, it won't be your doing, eh? Anyway, I don't know nothing about no wine. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sweeping the floor, and I'm about to mop up vomit. Try asking my mom. She's the cook here.
Fine.
Farmyard beast.
Well, that's not bad at all. Greetings.
Bless you.
Can't it wait till morning?
No.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but are you busy?
What do you think? A fortress full of hungry mouths and half of them noble lords accustomed to all kinds of debauchery.
Well, are you gonna debaucher with them? The food was excellent.
I haven't eaten so well in a long time.
I don't think I even had
Lord
an apple.
Alderaan was fortunate in his choice of cook.
He didn't have to choose me. My old ma spent her whole life in this kitchen, and my grandmother before her. God rest them both.
Wait, you're Kvieta's daughter, Madlenka.
It's been a long time since anyone has called me by that name. I was afraid you'd forgotten me.
I've got some warm wood downstairs. They're all needed in the
I will never pass this check.
You haven't changed at all.
But I have, and you've changed too. You left a haughty young pup, and now you return...
An old dog.
Not at all. The years have been kind to you.
Finally, reputation gained.
I spent half the day scrubbing that floor.
I want to do all these checks, but I think I need above 20 for anything hard.
And how have you been all this time? Did my father give you a hard time?
Not really.
I wonder. You don't really play as Godwin at all, so you don't get to level up your things, which means you'll always have the same stats, which means I wonder if there's even alternative dialogue for those skill checks. Because they know if you'll pass or fail them, so they can just do it arbitrarily. And then cut down on half the dialogue.
When he remarried and had another son, his mood improved quite a bit. I also got married, and soon I had my little Elishka running around under my feet in the kitchen. Young Sir Christopher used to come and play with her sometimes. He was always a very nice lad.
Tell me more about Elishka.
She's a big girl now. She's a maid here for now, but I'm sure they'll find her a better job soon.
Well, aren't you worried about her? A young girl doesn't have it easy in life.
Even as a little girl, she used to beat up the boys in the village. I put up with all sorts of things without a peep, but not her.
And your husband?
Kuba? He died when Alishka was just a baby. He got bitten by a dog, and the wound festered. It was quick.
God grant him eternal life.
Jesus Christ! Things were brutal back in the day. It's just like, it's just a scratch and they fucking die the day after. It's nuts.
I've got some warm wood downstairs.
Yeah.
All needed in the morning.
Okay,
Where
well...
might I find...
Why?
It's not...
Aha, it's law.
That floor.
Wait, what? Oops, I skipped it accidentally.
No, it needs a bit more.
It's only going to be a scarecrow to keep
Right, the floor below. Got a body here. That's a picture. Why can't I grab that one? Aha! The red or the white. Ah! Why not both? Didn't say pick up. Oh, here. Old lesson. Goldwyn just.
The red will be good, I hope.
I hear that I had a very good year.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
Careful opening that door. No arrows, I hope. Oh.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
You sure that was necessary?
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
How do you know who's a noble? I hope you sobered up, Godwin. Damn it! Maybe there are other people I can talk to.
Jesus! You're surrounded, Christopher! He can't make it on his own.
Oh, fuck off.
Get him! Stand your
Jesus! I'm hit! He's down!
Good observation. Oh my god, regeneration!
You can't stand up! I'm gonna finish
You'll be fucking sorry.
Hans? What? Something. Jesus, this is a mess. I gotta see if there's other people I can talk to before the shit show starts.
No.
That easily. Everyone's being too
I wasn't expecting delivering wine.
My friend, you'll vouch for me.
I see 4 hooves, a mane, and a tail. And I say...
Why can't I talk to the guard?
May I interrupt you for a moment?
You already did, didn't you?
What's the matter?
One of the most esteemed guests ordered more wine.
Fuck it, I think I'll just flirt you out the front. Ruin my reputation.
All over the place. Are you blind?
I meant the really fine wine. The kind that Martin Udran would drink.
No way. Sir Martin ordered for it to be served only to him and a few of his favorites.
My boots of fellows is no pony.
Oh, come on. If I go and get it myself, there's no risk to you. At worst, I'll take the blame.
All right. Them pictures are on a table in the cellar. But you didn't hear it from me.
Now off you go and leave us alone.
Looking at him closely, I reckon he's...
No. I gotta give her a
May I
compliment.
interrupt you for a...
You already...
What's the matter?
I beg your pardon.
Everyone keeps saying that the prettiest girls in the whole county serve the Udrans at Raborsh. I didn't believe it. But I can see there's some truth in it.
What are you blabbering about?
Haven't you had a little too much wine, perhaps?
Oh, not at
Not
all.
at all. I could drink every man here under the table. Want me to show you?
No need. I believe you.
Stop bothering us and go pester someone else. Dasha isn't interested.
You have a way of actually succeeding those checks? Just spray myself with some extra perfume. I need to check.
Just look.
Okay, won't be under beer. Okay, would drinking make things better or worse?
At him.
Richard can hardly stand straight.
Seems worse. Okay.
Pardon?
Bullocks. You're changing the subject, so you don't have it.
Really, I can't go in there now. I think I have a bathhouse or anything.
My answer. I appreciate your friendship, but I'd rather run my own affairs.
I understand. Let's at least drink to your success.
And let's drink to
friends.
the future of Lady Yitka. May her marriage to Lord Capon bring her happiness.
They're young. They'll have plenty of time to cultivate that happiness.
Well, the groom isn't looking too happy at the moment.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you, my lady.
It's easy for you to say. You don't have to listen to it day in, day out.
A little gossip. You act like you don't know the world of the lords.
Lords and ladies. You either ignore us or slander us.
We do? Who do you mean?
Not you.
Have you ever thought about getting married again? It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how should I interpret this question?
In the simplest terms, I'm offering you a business deal, without any ulterior motives. I am far too old for some sentimental courtship.
You're amusing. But you know my
He's jumping
answer.
and farting around. It's
I
so
appreciate your friendship. But I...
How come you're still here, sir? Weren't you supposed to travel with Sir Hanush? Raise an army, prepare a wedding feast and all that?
All hail Jobst. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more than I wanted to give him. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger.
Take the hand.
I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I'm too old and fond of my comfort.
Did you at least discuss with Hanush where the wedding will take place?
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at our castle Littitz, of course. It's the pride of our family. We can fit in 3 times more people than here, and that still wouldn't be much.
Ah, but there are 2 castles in Rattay. I'd bet my right arm old Hanush will want to have the wedding there.
What? In Rattay? Well, I ought to look into that then.
But deal with him yourself, though. I won't be your gent's messenger anymore.
Good talk.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you, my lady.
It's easy for you to say. You don't have to listen to it day in, day out.
A little gossip. You act like you don't know the world of the lords.
Lords and ladies. You either ignore us or slander us.
We do.
Not you.
Have you ever thought about getting married? It would make a lot of things easier.
And how should I interpret?
Anybody out there?
In the simplest terms, I'm offering you a business without any ulterior motives. I am far too old for some.
Ooh, ah, sorry.
Holy guardian and protector of my soul and body, forgive me every transgression which I have committed this day, and deliver me from every craft of my enemy and adversary. May I not anger my God by any sin. The Lord Almighty grant us a peaceful night and a perfect end. Amen.
Strong words.
I have some perfume lying around.
Fucking Sigismund, you twat.
It is going to take time to raise an army.
Right about Sigismund.
Hey, Mick. Where are we supposed to keep watch outside the gate today?
I am... Everyone heard.
And who is this young?
I can't even talk to them. Milk? No. Gotta be something interesting here. Ah, nice plate. Another nice plate.
From murdering the lords one by one. If an open battle breaks out, on my mind too. I beg your pardon.
Oh, I can talk to the driver. Will the arrow stop?
About a horse, but a cock.
Having a good time? It's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the same.
I'd rather have a game of dice. Or a good punch-up.
Don't start any brawls. I play then.
Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin. What else?
Playing for coin's a bore. You got anything else to wager?
Well, I might have something. But you'll have to bet at least 20 groschen against it.
And what might that be?
Let's keep it a surprise. You won't be sorry, though.
Ooh, fun.
What the hell? It'll be fun at least.
You bet it will.
Any eyes up here? Am I gonna get fucked immediately like last time? 2 5s. Man. Jesus. Improve your vision. Like, the most annoying thing about this is that I need to know the odds of him winning in order to make educated decisions. So he can roll like the previous bitch, I just need to fucking go for it. Well. One, 2, 3, 4. Is that even anything? No, it's not. Damn it. So far ahead. Fuck it. It's like a 50-50 chance of going bust here, but... Well... My turn? No! Give up! Or not. Godwin needs to bring better dice, man. Jesus. And big chance of going bust. Yeah. He did like at least 100, 300 points. I don't think it'd be worth it. You fuck you. Ah. Why have I never gotten a triple? Look at this retarded shit. I hate that this is actual gambling. Ah, fuck. Yeah, so what is it?
You can dip that rotten carrot in lard and ram it up your dry arse.
I was just having a laugh with you. Lighten up a bit, eh? But if you don't like your prize, hand it over here.
Here you are. Not much use to me.
Ah, you've got no imagination. It's not for eating, but it still has uses. Like I could shove it down the back of the cousin's shirt.
Is that what you're planning? Oh, why did this fucking sit? Sorry, you don't play dice. My sobriety hasn't moved at all, has it? Oh, ladies. It'd be funny to ruin my reputation with everyone.
Esteemed lady, I haven't yet had the opportunity to make your acquaintance.
No matter. I know who you are. Although Martin hardly spoke of you, from what I heard, I could conjure up a pretty good picture.
But you're certainly mistaken.
No offense, ma'am. But whatever picture you painted me, I have reason enough to believe it's mistaken.
Indeed. So the stories of how in your youth you used to drag a different chambermaid to your bed every night is nothing but slander?
And I also heard that you once fell drunk into the trench in front of the fortress, horse and all.
It's impressive.
All right, I confess to that one. But nothing happened to either me or the horse.
And is it not true that one of your paramours made off with your late mother's jewelry?
Be on my way.
We are all sinners, Mom. And besides, that was 20 years ago. A person can change a lot in that time.
Unquestionably. My husband is living proof of it. No more than I.
Should I even... I think I'm going to just flirt with her and ignore the two others, but...
Would you kindly introduce your two companions?
This is Lady Christina, second wife of Lord Binic of Norsteds. She's standing in for him here today.
Nice to meet you, sir.
And, I like the 3 L's in Shaw.
What's your opinion of the outcome of today's assembly?
That it's about time. Although at the onset it looked like everyone here would carry on arguing like fishwives at the market. But in the end, it seems the agreement arrived at will bear fruit.
I think I'll just reload if I say something stupid, but I want to see what
How
other
come your
goes.
husband didn't come?
Because he's been rotting for nearly a year in the king's captivity.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mom. I pray that God shall return him to you soon.
I've been praying for it since the day I got word of his captivity. Perhaps worldly powers will come to our aid once the promised army turns up. One hopes.
What the fuck you would ask this?
It's rather noisy here, Mom. Don't you think?
It is, a bit. But that's all part of celebrations. And today we have cause for celebration, don't we?
Wouldn't you prefer a little privacy? I'll gladly escort you.
Restrain your ardor. You're not the first to try and lure my girls somewhere out of my sight. If you want to amuse yourself with them, I insist on being present, or you may be on your way.
But I had no wish to.
And while you're on your way, we're quite thirsty from all this constant chit-chat.
Do I look like a servant to you?
No, but surely you wouldn't leave these young ladies to suffer thirst. Be so kind and bring us another pitcher of wine. I don't know what's in those kegs, and I don't intend to try it out.
Ah, so it just breaks the entire conversation.
Just look at him.
Well.
Good evening.
No matter. And is it...
We are all sinners. Is your husband here too? I don't believe I've had the honor.
You won't find him here. He stayed at home in our fortress. He suffers from gout and doesn't like long journeys.
Or any journeys for that matter. Even where the king goes on his own 2 feet, my husband has to be carried by 3 servants.
All his life he gorged himself on meat, pastries, and wine, and now he's paying for it.
Typical.
Would you kindly introduce your 2 companions?
This, nice to...
What's your...
That it's about part in the end.
It's been a pleasure, my lady.
And this here is Lady Helena of Dvorets, my niece and ward.
God be with you, sir.
Please excuse her. This is her first time at such a large gathering.
You're fortunate, miss. Your aunt sets you a good example. And I'm sure she won't leave you to the mercy of the gentleman present.
Yes, Lady Matilda has always kept a close eye on me.
And I know what I'm doing. Don't think I'm not aware of how some fellows look at you.
Are you well acquainted with our hosts?
Only a little. Sir Martin Oderin and his son have been to visit at Lady Matilda's on several occasions.
They come to me for advice on selecting horses. If it hadn't been for me, that mule he's bragging about to everyone here would have cost him twice as much.
Twice as much?
It was a pleasure to meet you, Ma. It's been a pleasure, dear ladies.
Someone else I can piss off?
You don't need an expensive horse for battle. Just the one I can run straight.
Now, can I protect my brother?
You farmyard beast!
Greetings.
Sorry,
What do you... He didn't have...
Wait!
I was afraid...
You haven't...
But I... Not a...
And how have you been all this time?
Not really. I also got young...
Tell me more...
She's a big...
Aren't you...
Even as a little...
And your...
Kuba.
God grant...
Holy hell, but
Why don't we go somewhere together? Somewhere private. And reminisce about the old days.
You really haven't changed at all. You ought go and have a drink and stop chasing girls. I mean, it's embarrassing at your age.
it's weird that the reputation you have with the person doesn't change the odds.
Everybody likes a drop of white.
So you say.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the?
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Holy shit, is it?
Jesus! The surrounding crystals! He can't make it.
Be done with you in a flash!
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp.
Fucking let me retaliate, you bitch.
Stand your Christ! That must hurt! Those fancy moves! Lucky hell! Right on the nugget!
Perfect my regeneration.
That's his face! Bleeding like a stuck pig! Smack him on the head!
Slice it off!
Ah, did I fuck it up? He's strapped in armor. I don't know if I succeeded. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just considered in combat, am I? Can I at least equip a proper weapon?
Quick! Quick! Ah, quick! Go!
Whose horse is this?
In God's name! I'll sort you out nicely.
Draw weapon, you fool!
Get him!
Yeah, go on, take a swing. You fuck.
Do it!
Oh my god, this is so annoying. Just swing! Fuck sake. I also should rank.
Show your stuff!
Really? Take a swing!
Do it!
No, you do it! Get fucked! God damn it, I'm still bleeding. Can I...
Fuck you, horse son!
Eat? Get into my face!
I still can't quite do that.
Actually, land the hits, please. Everyone alive?
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone all right?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
My younger brother, Christopher.
What? I thought I could say... Okay. Okay, so I did, God damn it, I couldn't tell that I fucked it up. Ah, that's annoying.
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own.
Wait, did he die already?
What
Jesus!
on the head! Work it! Now you're for it, you shit!
Am I?
Show your stuff!
What? Fuck Lindsay! Is he dead again? I can't tell if I fucked it up or not.
That won't work on me.
Please tell me it doesn't die. Also, can I apply the drinks? I can, okay.
Go! Quick! Nice try! I'll be done with you in a
Whoa! Get off the horse! Why did you? Oh! I was to pick up the wrong button.
You're didn't see that coming, eh? He got me! Ah, you got him! Take him! He's had it! You're mine! Victory or death! No chance! He's dead! What are you waiting for? No, you'll be fucking sorry! Now you got it! You got him! I need a back.
Oh, I did succeed. Okay, fucking hell.
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me. Did my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone all right?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Odorin, Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Kunrad of Vector away too.
What the cohort?
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers.
Jesus!
May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
What do you mean, almost? What happened?
I got there in time to help him, fortunately. Christopher tried to defend our father, but nearly lost his life doing it. For nothing.
The coloration in this scene is just too fucking orange. I couldn't see what was going on.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Botchek.
Well, they all have their quirks. Cousin Botchek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghout took them.
Where did they go? Back to Ratoi?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
What? We get hit by the... Oh.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
What? He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be with Christopher.
We go back to the good old gameplay of looting bodies. Man, they really set them up for failure.
One Constaff captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
Ooh.
Leave it alone. Now we're in it. Anyway. Poor handsome, young, sturdy. Well, these people don't.
Set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he's alive. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
Oh, this is quite the clusterfuck.
Spare the animals, the butchers.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 light units.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll...
Mane and tail on fire? Jesus. actually set animals on fire like that? How burnable is here?
They didn't even spare the animals.
My Tempest lost his life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he'll survive. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already. One
the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, brought it on themselves.
Leave it alone. The two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
Dirty.
Damn. That dry devil is as tough as old boots. If a horse fell on me, I wouldn't get up again.
One Whomstever captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, brought it upon themselves. As greedy as a pig.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway. Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
I feel like Steam, or Valve rather, when I'm taking all these hats. It clearly is where you make the money.
So many dead. God.
That's a bit fucked, isn't it?
Such slaughter.
Then we'll
Find out about this.
He's not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and have a bunch of children.
We can only hope.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, my own gear needs to be swapped around. What exactly subtle is it? I like going full battle monk, but stealth's more important. Those Milanese gauntlets are pretty popular.
What have they done that the Lord
Now, and to us?
We have to take care of young Sir Christopher and hope his father comes back soon.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work.
What if the old lord...
So they weren't considered noble enough, huh?
Then we'll have a young...
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
I was surprised even the king.
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Cool, thanks.
Dobbs finds out about this.
Okay, why do you have the garnet on him?
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of him.
Give us time to close all the doors, huh? Aha! Let's fight!
Let's fight. Look, I can't now, Henry. Stop by when I'm at the arena.
I didn't know Henry was so keen for a fight.
Disrespectful? That's an understatement. Would be an admission of conspiring with King Wenceslaus'
Circling overhead. The tower is still smoking.
Right? He should. He was covered in blood, but most of it covered in oil.
Thank God for slow Otherwise,
no one knows where they ordered him from the others. Don't mourn. Young Sir Christopher.
It's a little early for this, but... Oh, he made it. Can I have a look at him? I want to heal him. Oh, somebody really took shit. I wonder, does the AI actually, are they programmed to actually react if I do this? No, they don't give a fuck anymore.
But he'll live, right?
Covered in blood.
Otherwise, Rabosh would be left without a lord.
Okay.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes two of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did he talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
I'm assuming I'm done.
Let's not waste time.
Giddy up.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg.
On fire.
Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Not a good idea.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Is it programmed to just leave without me? Also, did it save? Yes. probably gonna quit soon, so I'm just gonna see what happens when I fuck around. And or find out. Put me back in. I wouldn't either. Okay, it's getting late. I made a good amount of progress.